What's up? It's Skidaro here with more Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we made it through more of the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And more importantly, we caught our 5th party member, Vibrava. And in this episode, we are going to go down these stairs and see what awaits us down there. Now, before you do though, like I said at the end of the last episode, I highly recommend you heal up and save before going down there, because there's a pretty big fight coming up that you want to be healed up for. I also recommend that you leave the lab and go to a town and pick up a few items, specifically antidotes and hyper potions, because those 2 items are going to become extremely handy in this fight. And now that I've said that, let's go downstairs and see what awaits us. And before we do anything else, we want to come around this corner to pick up this treasure chest, which contains an HP up, which basically increases the health a Pokemon can have. So that's a pretty good item in my opinion. Now let's come around this corner and see what awaits. Good. This disc has been scrubbed of all data. That's done it. What? How did you get in without my Dude! There is a freaking alarm going off that probably means there's an intruder in your lab and you had no idea we were here. Oh my god, I thought scientists were supposed to be the smart ones. I am Ian. I am in charge of the Shadow Pokemon Lab. No one must be allowed to interfere with our Shadow Pokemon plan. I won't allow it. Let me acquaint you with the power of my Shadow Pokemon. This is the 4th and final Cypher admin, Ian, the one in charge of the Shadow Pokemon Lab here, and the one who's also been making all of these Ian files we've been finding around the game. And now, we must face him in combat. Alright, so he's going to start off here with his Golbat, level 48, with the ability Inner Focus, with the moves Confuse Ray, Bite, Wing Attack, and Toxic. And he'll also start off with his Lantern, level 47, with the ability Volt Absorb, with the moves Rain Dance, Hydro Pump, Confuse Ray, and Thunder. Now, the strategy behind this guy is kind of like Mirror B's. He'll use Rain Dance, but for a different purpose. One purpose is to power up his Water-type moves, and the second reason is to increase the accuracy of Thunder. Because, like I said before, during a Rain Dance, Thunder is now 100% accurate. And really, I don't really like the Pokemon selection he has out there. Specifically Lantern, because in my opinion, Lantern is his most annoying Pokemon. Because it knows Confuse Ray, which is another one of his strategies. He'll try to confuse you. It has powerful moves like Hydro Pump. Oh wow, miss. Alright. And also its ability Volt Absorb. What that basically does is turn electric moves into HP, so don't hit it with electric type moves. Anyway, you guys send out Huntail next, level 47, with the ability Shift Swim. Confusion, that sucks. Anyway, with the ability Shift Swim, with the moves Confuse Ray, Rain Dance, Surf, and Bite. Again, just another water Pokemon that you can probably one-hit with powerful electric type moves. So, let's try Dig again, this time with Feeling. And hopefully he won't get confused like last time. Perfective! There we go! Like I said, you could probably KO it with one electric type move. Or grass type attack, whichever you have on hand, should do the trick. Anyway, his next Pokemon, Altaria, level 46, with the ability Natural Cure. With the moves Ice Beam, Pursuit, Toxic, and Fly. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention. Another one of his strategies is to use Toxic, which is a badly poisoned move. Which, like I said before, the damage you take from being badly poisoned increases every turn you're inflicted with it. So that's why I wanted you to get antidotes for this fight. And Altaria right here, if you have an Ice-type Pokemon, or at least an Ice-type move, this thing can pretty much go down with one hit if it makes contact. And, oh crap, there's Rain Dance. You're going to want to make sure, if you can, you want to get rid of Rain Dance before his last Pokemon comes out, because his last Pokemon will probably make you suffer so very much. Oh, wow! It got cured! And just in time, too. Hopefully this will make contact. Well, of course it makes contact. I didn't defeat it. That sucks. Well, if it does the animation, you can make sure... Well, you can be sure it makes contact if it makes the animation, so, yeah. Anyway, What to do? I think I'll use Thunderbolt on Altaria, and then I'll use Blizzard. Hopefully, Piloswine will get KO'd before then. Hopefully. I flew up! That sucks. And it made contact. That sucks even more. And it's also a one-hit. This sucks. Everything in this fight sucks. I will admit, though, Ian is pretty tough, so do not underestimate him. Let us send out... I'll send out Mind Freak. Mind Freak is a good Pokemon to have out here. Especially for Golbat. You can probably one-hit Golbat with a Psychic-type move from Espeon. Alright. So let's Thunderbolt Altaria when it comes down. And let have Mind Freak attack Lantern with Psybeam! Hopefully this will KO it. And it does! Alright. Like I said before, Lantern is probably his most annoying Pokemon. So you're going to want to take that one out fast. Alright. Anyway, his last Pokemon is Raikou, the legendary Beast of Thunder. And surprise, surprise, it's his Shadow Pokemon. Alright. So, Raikou here is probably the fastest of the legendary Beast Trio. It also has great special attacks. So, like I said before, you're going to want to get rid of Rain Dance before this thing comes out. Or else it'll make your life a living hell. I don't like saying those types of words, but, you know, I'm just expressing how I feel right now. Hopefully this match can end pretty quickly. And there's Rain Dance again. Alright, let's see. I think I already put up Light Screen. Let's try Thundershock and try to paralyze it. Confuse, what am I doing? Anyway, here we go. I will admit, though, in this game, Helping Hand is a very good move. Usually, Helping Hand is completely worthless in handheld games because there's not many double battles in handheld games. But in this game, all you see are double battles, so Helping Hand is a really good move, if I did mention that before. So hopefully we can last through this match without any more distraction. And hopefully we can catch Raikou here. If you do fail to catch Raikou, you'll have another chance of catching him pretty quickly after this one right here. You'll see what I mean later, but for now, we'll just try to catch it. Alright. I will admit, though, Raikou is probably my favorite of the legendary Beast Trio, with Suicune being second and Entei being my least favorite. And also something I have to admit, yes, when I was younger, I was one of those people who called them legendary dogs. Yes, I was just being a bandwagonist back then because, well, you know, everyone was calling them legendary dogs, even though they looked more like cats than anything. You know, with Raikou here being a tiger, specifically a saber-tooth tiger, Entei being a lion, even though he doesn't look like a lion, and Suicune being a leopard. Alright, let's see. Let's try Smokescreen. Right. The only reason I'm really doing Thundershock is that Thundershock does have a chance to paralyze, and it's weaker than Thunderbolt, because if I use Thunderbolt, it may be powerful enough that I accidentally KO it, so Thundershock finally has purpose. And that... Actually, I'm going to switch up here. I'm going to switch to Umbreon right here, because its secret power can paralyze in this place. Alright. Anyway, this battle goes well. This may turn out to be a pretty short episode, which is a good change of pace, I will say. Plus, I don't really have that much commentary to go on for such a long battle. Of course, then again, this Pokemon could refuse to get in the ball. But, you know, I caught the two other beasts without any hassle, so I have a pretty good feeling about this one, too. I will say something. I've heard that the catch rate, which is a formula that basically tells you the chances of you catching a Pokemon at any time during the battle, is different in this game. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is true, it's probably because the way you catch Pokemon is different in this game. Anyway, let's try catching it right now. Ultra Ball. I would try a Timer Ball, which I usually do in these fights, but yeah, no. Try Smoke Screen again. That seems to be working out for me. And let's go. If this fails, I'll cut to when I actually do catch it because there's not much else to show. Anyway, let's try. Of course. I'll be right back. Thank the Lord Jesus, Grandma! Oh my God! You have no idea how long that took. And it was about to defeat itself too with another recoil from Shadow Rush if it got to break out again. Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus Grandma. I don't care if I'm taking that from Josh Jepson. I just don't care anymore. Anyway, your struggle to get here was all in vain. The Shadow Pokemon we produce have already been moved elsewhere. And that, of course, includes the ultimate Shadow Pokemon I created for the boss. Wahahaha! Yeah, you tell yourself that, boy. You tell yourself that. Anyway, before we go, we see something shiny on this desk, and we all like shiny. And it turns out to be a data ROM. Alright. So we just pick up that, and we're going to also want to pick up this chest right here, because it contains TM26, a.k.a. Earthquake, a.k.a. the best move in the game, in my opinion. And I will be teaching that to one of my Pokemon. But not right now, because I want to explain why I'm going to teach it to that Pokemon when it comes up. Anyway, we just come up this elevator and come out this door right here, which apparently has to have its own cutscene, but I don't know. Probably because it locks from the outside, so we can't go that way anymore. So the only thing we can do now is leave the lab. How sad. I really started to like this lab with all the high-tech elevators and the scientists around and the ninjas dropping down from the ceiling, and I'll stop. Anyway, when we get out here, we will feel our controller vibrate, and we can see that we got an email. So let's check it out. Just go to our email, and it turns out to be from Net. Alright. Hi, this is Net. If you find any data at the Shadow Pokemon Lab, please bring it to me in the Under. I'll be waiting. Why? What a coincidence, because we just found a data ROM. So, looks like... wait a minute, I wonder, does the alarm stay on? Okay, yeah, it does stay on. I thought it went off sometime after you left, but no, it stays on. I don't know how long, but, you know. So anyway, like I was saying, looks like our next destination is the Under. So I am going to meet you all at Net's house. Okay, now that we are at Net's house, let's go inside and see what it can tell us about the data ROM we picked up. Anyway, if we remember, Net's in here. Well, Net's the kid that's in here, okay. Oh, Derek! How did it go? Did you find any data? And we hand him the data ROM. Oh, now this looks interesting. Let's scope it out right away. He does his high-tech crud that we all know and love. Oh, hey! This data ROM appears to contain a list of Shadow Pokemon that have been made so far. Ooh, fancy. Ah, but no. It looks like they wiped out the data. Oh, that sucks. Derek, please leave this with me. I'll somehow try retrieving information from this data ROM, even if it means going over it a little by little. Derek, as soon as I discover anything, I'll email you via PDA. Alright, so at least we gave him that, so what do you have to say? Oh, Derek, did you go to the lab? Are you both okay? Why, yes, of course we're okay. My sanity may have gone out the window, but I'm okay. Then again, when did I ever have sanity? Alright. Anyway, let's see what this kid has to say. Hi, Derek. Do you meet up with that Silva guy? He was saying something about going to check out the Real Gam Tower. But where is this Real Gam Tower anyway? Good question. Where is this Real Gam Tower? Well, we're going to have to find out in the next episode, alright? So, next time on Pokemon Colosseum, we are going to be searching for the Real Gam Tower and hopefully going there. So, see you then.